got challenges that you're going to run across.
Welcome to another episode of Elite Psyche.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Elite Psyche, the Mental Toughness Show. Got another book today for you, The 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Now, I love Robert Greene. You know, Robert Greene did the 48 Laws of Power, which is a thick book to read, but it's a book that some people say it can be used in the wrong way. And that's true. I've seen somebody who did that and using it in the wrong way, but you also can get some things positive from it. It's a great book, but this book to me is a little more dense. You know, it's not a real big read, but you know, the way Robert Greene talk about 50 Cent, he's talking like 50 was doing the Think and Grow Rich without even knowing it. He had never read the book, but his street game was Think and Grow Rich, you know, but he was a little tough with it. But pretty much as he talks, that's what he was talking about. And how he relates that in the book, man, is really powerful. He said he had to rewrite it because in the beginning, you know, it was like he was doing it all for 50, but it wasn't Robert Greene in it. It wasn't Robert Greene putting his flavor on it. For Robert Greene to find somebody, because, you know, he's Robert Greene. People should have jumped on it, but reading the book, they thought it was too much of just 50 and not his flavor. He didn't want to, don't take 50 out because it's his book, but put your flavor in it. And he did that. So the 50th law, I want to read a couple of paragraphs right quick. The 50th law, however, states that there is one thing we can actually control. It's one thing we can actually control: the mindset with which we respond to these events around us. He's talking about some, you know, tragic events or somebody attacking you in some form or fashion, as if we're able to overcome our anxieties and forge a fearless attitude towards life. Something strange and remarkable can occur. That margin of control over circumstance increases. At its utmost point, we can even create the circumstances themselves, which is the source of the tremendous power that fearless type have throughout history. And the people who practice the 50th law in their lives all share certain qualities: supreme boldness, unconventionality, fluidity, and sense of urgency that give them this unique ability to shape circumstances. A bold act requires a high degree of confidence. People who are the targets of an audacious act or who witness it cannot help but believe that such confidence is real and justified. They respond instinctively by backing up, by getting out of the way, or by following the confident person. A bold act can put people on their heels and eliminate obstacles. In this way, it creates its own favorable circumstances. So that was a couple of paragraphs in here saying get the mental toughness right, get your mindset right, and be bold. Step out, because all the winners in life, all the successful people in life were bold. They all stepped out. They all, you know, did stuff when people didn't believe in them, when they was the only one. You know, like Walt Disney said that something like he would ask, you know, I don't know if this is the actual quote, but something like he would ask 13 people about one of his projects. And if they all said, no, it ain't going to work, then he would work on it. But if any of them said, one of them said, yeah, I like that, he wouldn't do it. Now, you got to understand, Walt Disney had done 250 different characters and he was losing. People were laughing at him. Walt Disney was getting ready to file bankruptcy. And then I was about to say Snowfall. I'm not going to cut that either because I know some of y'all. But so, yeah, he had tried 250 different characters and was losing. He was behind. He was in debt. Everything was about to probably foreclose on him. And then here comes Snow White. After all the other projects he had went through and had no success, maybe a tad, but he was in debt. Everything was, people called him crazy. Remember how they said all you need is one win? Boy, he got a big one with Snow White. When Snow White came out, the money he made cleared all his debt. Everything that he had, he was about to foreclose. Everything that he had, and it put serious millions of dollars in his pocket to really now go do some things with it. To really now, just one project, Snow White. You can look it up. Just one project. He could, it's probably helped him develop Disneyland and, eventually Disney World, what came from his ideas. But not talking about him in this book, but I'm just saying that chapter was talking about doing stuff that most people don't want to do, doing stuff that people laugh at, doing the things that the average person won't do. You have to be bold, as he says. And 50 was bold. No, 50 is bold. So that's the book for the day. 50 Law, Robert Greene, and 50 Cent. Well, 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Get the book if you don't have it. If you have it, reread it. That's the goal. That's the question. What are you rereading? All right. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast. You are worth more than gold. You have more than you